Welcome to the Chamber Spotlight, a local talk show podcast brought to you by the Pembroke Chamber of Commerce in association with the local scene. We'll be recording on a regular basis and we'll cover many topics that span local businesses, local elections, local town governance, and a citizens' academy. Today is October the 8th, and I'm your host, Fraser Townley, and we're sitting down with Peg Struzik, Gavin
Campbell,
and Ella
McPhail.
Okay, so today we're talking about the Firehouse Pantry and the support and the work that's been done by the Boys and Girls Scouts.
Yep.
Have I got that right? Okay,
Yeah.
Good. But before we get into that conversation, we're going to cut to the town news, which we recorded earlier at the town hall. So let's cut there now. So today is October the 8th, and I'm here at Town Hall with Andy Cesarini, who's got some news for us. Andy.
Good afternoon, Fraser. So this week, some road construction. We still have our water department doing road construction to upgrade the water systems on Dwelly Street. Road work scheduled from Monday through Friday, 7 to 4. Residents have access to their driveways. Other travelers are requested to seek alternative routes. Meetings this week. There are no public meetings scheduled for the remainder of this week. The Town Memorial Committee will be meeting Tuesday, October 14th, and the Select Board will be meeting Wednesday, October 15th. The Zoning Board of Appeals will be meeting on Monday, October 20th. Boards and committees must post their meetings agendas 48 hours before their meetings, so check out the public meetings section of the town's website throughout the week for the latest information on public meetings. Another reminder, Fall Town Meeting is Tuesday, October 21st at Pembroke High School, and you must be registered to vote by this Friday, October 10th, to vote on warrant articles. There will be 9 articles on the warrant, and the warrant is now available to view on the main page of the website. If you need a printed copy, you can get one at the town clerk's office. For some miscellaneous town news, Hazardous Waste Collection Day, held by South Shore Recycling Cooperative, will be in Plymouth on October 25th. You must pre-register to attend. Please see the main page of the town website for more details. Pembroke Military Support Group is doing their annual Field of Flags. If you would like to honor a service member, please fill out the forms found in front of the Veterans Agent's Office in Town Hall and provide a payment of $10 an honoree. Honorees do not need to be Pembroke residents. The Pembroke Firehouse Pantry's annual craft fair will be held on Saturday, November 8th from 10 to 3 at the Pembroke Community Center. This is the largest fundraising event for the only food bank in Pembroke, so please come support our local vendors and food pantry. Property tax exemption applications are currently being accepted. For additional information, please contact the assessor's office at 781-293-2393. Second quarter property taxes are due by Monday, November 3rd. Please contact our collector's office at 781-293-2671 with any questions. And our select board has signed a 36-month contract with the current supplier, First Point Power, for a lower electric supply rate. Our current rate is 0.1475 cents per kilowatt, and the new rate will be 0.13999 cents per kilowatt. So there is a discount. Residents are automatically enrolled and do not need to opt into the program. They can, however, opt out by dialing 866-485-5858, extension number 1.
That's terrific. And why don't you repeat that telephone number? Because I think it's important. So we're going to save money on the electric costs, but I think it's also important to point out this is a saving off the current saved price.
Yes, that's
right?
correct. That's correct. Our current supply rate is still better than the National Grid de facto supplier.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the town manager's done an awesome job there, getting the existing discounted rate even lower. So residents don't need to do anything.
They do not need to do anything. They're automatically enrolled. If they do, they still can shop around and find alternative suppliers. If they find a rate that's better, that's where they can dial 866-485-5858, extension number 1, to opt out of the town's supply program.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you very much,
You're
Andy.
welcome. Thank you.
Good. So welcome back. Peg, let me start with you. You're hiding behind your microphone. I can't see you.
I'm not that tall. Microphone. How are you, Fraser?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
I'm good.
Excellent. So before we get into the Firehouse Pantry, am I saying that right? The Firehouse Pantry?
Yes.
Okay. Before we get into that, let's have a little bit of background on you, Peg, because you've been part of the town and the town scene for quite some time.
Well, I started at Town Hall on the urging of Linda Perazzo, who was the past treasurer collector.
I know Linda.
And her and I were neighbors, and she asked me to come in and open mail. I said, I really don't want to work. And she said, no, just come for 6 weeks. Please just come. So I went for 6 weeks, and I stayed for 32 years. I left the treasurer collector's office as the interim treasurer collector, and then Debbie Mulrain took over, and I went over to be the assistant town clerk under Mary Ann Smith.
Amazing.
And then Mary Ann retired, and I became town clerk, and now I'm retired. And Andrea, who was just phenomenal, is the interim town clerk.
Yeah. But because she's the interim, you, a little bird told me today, you still have a role to play at the next town meeting. Is that correct?
No, yes. Nobody can chair town meeting who has not been an elected town clerk.
Right.
So she's never been elected. She's only been appointed to fill the 2 years that I did not complete.
Yeah. So you're going to be...
Yeah, I'll be there. I was there at the last town meeting. I'll be there at this town meeting. And depending on a vote at this town meeting, there's an article on the town meeting to turn the clerk's position into an appointed position opposed to an elected position.
Yeah.
If that doesn't pass, she will run for election in May.
Yep.
And I will host that town meeting too.
Oh, terrific. Yeah. Okay, so there's two more opportunities to have you on the stage. Mm-hmm. That's great.
I haven't learned how to tap dance yet.
Well, there's still time. There's hope. Exactly. No. So tell me about the food pantry. You're very instrumental in that as well, aren't you?
I myself and another lady actually built the food pantry.
Exactly.
We started 10 years ago. This coming November will be open for 10 years.
Wow.
We started as ministering to people on the streets of Brockton serving soup. Uh-huh. So its original name was the Pembroke Soup Connection. And we would meet at a house on a Saturday, make sandwiches, drinks, and take it and deliver it to the people who were living in Tent City, which was an open area near a railroad track bed in Brockton. And we were very active on social media. And we would show what we were doing. We started out with food, but we ended up with clothing and supplies and everything that people would need to live through the winter.
Yeah.
And then, surprisingly, people just called us.
Yeah.
And sent us messages. If you have any extra sandwiches, could you give me a call? If you have any kids' clothes, could you give me a call? And so we opened in just after Thanksgiving, and then we decided to open a full-fledged pantry in August.
Yeah. And
got that going, and we opened that in November. We were looking for a building, and I happened to go to Town Hall and say, there's a coal fire station up there and he said, well, go ask the chief. It was the chief's first day, Mike Hill's first day. What was he going to say? No? So he promised we promised we'd only take a little bit of space.
Yeah.
So when we got there was 2 fire trucks and the airboat. So we did but we overtook the whole building. And they left it's no longer a call fire station.
Yeah.
They pulled their trucks out maybe 9 months ago. And we are now in the process of, with the help of the town, the help of the Chamber of Commerce, we are now in the process of renovating, hoping to get some heat. We did have 2 mini splits put in that are doing air conditioning and heat because we haven't had any really working heat in there for 3 years.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about the pantry. You were very kind to employ a member of my family, my son, Elliot.
We have,
and he had fond memories of working in there over the summer.
You know what? Even though it's a food pantry, we have a lot of fun in there.
Yeah. Yeah,
we have, and the people they're not customers or clients. We're all friends.
Yeah.
It's a good place. Last year we trucked in and distributed 896,000 pounds of groceries.
How much?
809. From the Greater Boston Food Bank, 896,000 pounds of groceries.
That's a huge amount.
That's huge. It's huge. And this wonderful group that you're going to be talking to, they bring us 6,000 pounds every November.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's massive. All right, so let's, nice segue there, to let's talk to Gavin and Emma. You're both scouts.
Correct.
Okay. In the same pack?
No, there are two different troops. One is a boys' troop and one is a girls' troop.
Okay. I've misunderstood then. I thought there was one pack with different troops, or is there one troop with different packs?
There's a Cub Scout pack that has both boys and girls, but then they either go to 105 or 143.
Okay. And you're 143, because I know you're
Yes.
105.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad we got that sorted out. Scouting for food. So this is what Peg's talking about. So how long is that period scouting for food?
Scouting for food is over 2 weekends in November. We drop off flyers on November 8th, and we come to pick up any donations left out on November 15th.
Very cool. Excellent. You do the same?
Yeah.
Same period. Okay. When did it all start?
This all started in 1988 when we decided we were going to help out the community a little bit in the food pantry, and we collected over 5,600 pounds of food last year and hope to get around the same numbers again this year.
Wow. Yeah, you did say 6,000. So,
Yeah, because what happens is, I was telling them out there, they do it on a Sunday, and we continue to get groceries for the next 2 weeks. Every time we show up, there's more bags of groceries there with the Pack 105 flyer inside of them.
Yeah. Very good.
They've been doing that for us this is going to be the 4th year, I believe.
Yeah.
And they come, it's wonderful to watch. It really is wonderful to watch. They bring in the groceries, and they last year just about 6,000 pounds, and a group of us and the parents who were there, the guys, the troop leaders, we separated all into bins, and by the time the afternoon's over, they're all put away.
And how does the word get out, Emma?
Oh. The word,
How do people know to donate?
Yeah, so typically we have this flyer that we put on the door of the houses, and then
Every house?
most houses, yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's different sections, so some people take this section of Pembroke, these people will take this section.
Yeah.
You put the flyers up, and then after they read it, they'll find non-perishable food,
Yeah.
and then they'll leave it out on the 15th,
Yeah.
and then we come over and collect it again with the paper.
Do you hand out special colored bags for people to fill?
No, we just give it, typically they just give their own bags.
Right. Have I got that confused with a different thing? Okay. All right. Scratch that. Very good. So you send out the flyer, or you deliver the flyer, and then do you wait for people to contact you, or do you just go back to wherever you've dropped the flyer off?
No, you just go back to where you dropped it off.
Right. And if there's a bag of groceries, you take it.
Yes. And then you put it outside the firehouse.
I better let my wife know when she does an Instacart, not to leave it on the doorstep for too long. Okay. So when are the flyers going out?
The flyers go out on November 8th.
Yeah. Okay. And then you go around picking up the donations.
We go out the weekend after on November 15th to pick up all the food that they left out.
Yeah.
And usually people are very generous. They leave out a lot of non-perishables. That's how we're able to get those kind of numbers of food.
Right. But no clothing. You said clothing? No. Just food. Okay. And it said, I've got a note here, and it says, not only does the food drive benefit those in need, it also teaches scouts the value of helping others. Have you got the value of helping others? You get that?
Yeah, we're able to help the less fortunate by donating to the pantry, and the pantry helps all those less fortunate people by providing them food and giving them a kind of a way to survive.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
Uh-huh. This is excellent. So I was actually I don't know why it's just timely, but I was teaching my family about the hardships of being a Boy Scout when I was a Boy Scout. So I followed your traditions. But in England, between 1949 and 1992, there was something called bob a job. A bob was 5 cents, and you got 5 cents for doing a job. Now, you might get lucky and someone says, could you just polish my shoes? And you do that for 5 cents. Someone might be unscrupulous and say, well, can you wash my car? And you get 5 cents for washing the car. Some people would say, yeah, I've got this yard that needs clearing, and that would take you all day. And they would still only give you the bob, which is the 5 cents note. And you, over a 2-week period, and I think it's the same period. So we would do bob a job, but we worked hard.
These kids work very hard.
No, I know. I'm
The
sure.
amount of groceries that they bring in, when we say 6,000 pounds, that's 3 tons of groceries.
That's a
that
lot.
they handle in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to weigh every bag that comes in.
Yeah.
Yep, and then they're all separated into categories and put in bins and used throughout the whole year.
Yeah. So, Gavin, what's the most exotic thing, food item that you've been given and had to sort through?
The most exotic item?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not sure. One really kind of strange one is we got baby corn, the little ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
cans of
from
those.
Chinese,
Yeah. We've got those. We've got in our typical soups too, cream of mushroom and tomato.
Uh-huh.
And then we've gotten some really strange stuff. I feel like
That's what I want to get to the strange. what's the strange stuff?
I might need a minute to
Pregnancy
think about
tests.
it.
You got those?
Yes, we got to deliver pregnancy tests one day.
Not sure how to take that.
Yeah, we weren't either.
That is okay. So Peg's
Pregnancy
one up on
test.
everybody. Pregnancy tests.
Yeah.
So that's what do you say, Emma? What's the strangest thing you've had to sort
I
out?
don't sort food.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Yeah, no, I just go through and pick up what I have.
Uh-huh. And did the pair of you drive?
Yeah, I drove here.
Okay, nice. So you're
Too young.
Oh, okay. So your parents help out.
Yeah.
So it's a big family affair.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrific. So that was my last talking point, actually, so I'll throw that away. So the drive is happening in November.
Correct.
Okay. What do you want to do when you grow up? What's your plan?
So right now I'm a junior in high school. So I'm kind of looking at colleges, seeing where I want to go, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right now I'm looking towards more of chemistry because I'm really good at chemistry and I like doing it. So I'm looking at some kind of chemistry type major and do something like that. Maybe chemical engineering.
Very good.
So I was looking at places nearby and far away. So some of the Southern New Hampshire University, Wentworth, those kind of deals. I've been looking at colleges like those, and I'm probably going to go on a couple college tours to see kind of where I want to go and where with my life.
Yeah. And what you're doing with the Scouts, is that going on your resume? Does that help you with your applications?
Yeah, actually, I put it on a resume the other day for National Honor Society.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, they're one of the points they want to demonstrate is leadership.
Yeah.
And so I got to put on, I'm an SPL of Troop 105.
Excellent. Emma, how about you? Was it too early to say?
No, I have wanted to do physics.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I did it last year and I did really good.
Uh-huh.
Sophomore in high school. I really just like science in general and languages, so I have wanted to do that.
Right. Very good. And in the future?
Something with physics, probably a physics
An
scientist.
engineer, perhaps?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I always stress, this is my one penneth, there's a shortage, in my opinion, of really good mechanical engineers. So the people that are able to do the CAD and the tooling for plastic injections and stuff like that, it's amazing what you can do with mechanical engineering. But there's very few people that are good at it. And so that's something that I would recommend. There's no career advice, I'm just saying. My recommendation, be a mechanical engineer.
I actually learned about some of that stuff last year. I took Introduction to Engineering, and we did a bunch of like CAD development, and like we even printed out our final project for the year. We would like design things online. It was always really cool because I got to learn something new, and who knows, that could help me in the future.
Oh, absolutely. I'm telling you, plastic injection. There's Apple have done. I'm going to go way off on a tangent here. Nothing to do with food.
Yeah, but you'd be a great mentor because I've seen your business and I know what your business plan is, what your business how you structure your business. You'd be a great mentor, Fraser.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's thrown me. Wait, bring it back to me. So what I've learnt over the last 20 years or so is when we did plastic injection and we bought product and what have you that was made in a plastic injection, it was really toy injection. It wasn't jewelry grade injection. And Apple came along and said, no, we're going to start making product that you can put in your hand. And the reason why Apple is so successful and so tactile is because they do jewelry grade plastic injection. And so the definition is super high. And the tools that are used for making those kind of products are really, really intense tools. And they're very complex tools. If you actually look at the shapes of like the earbuds, they're not two halves. There's no line down the middle that you can see, oh yeah, that's where the two halves came together. It's such brilliant engineering. And that's good fun to get involved in and to watch engineers creating the CAD and then creating the tool and then making it, manipulating the tool so that it creates all these wonderful things. And so that for me, if I was starting out again, that's exactly what I'd be doing right now. Yeah. Playing with toys.
Yeah.
So Peg.
Yes.
Back to you. What's your vision for what these young folks are doing?
I'm amazed by what the young kids are doing. Everything is just, I don't know about for you, but for me, everything is just moving so fast.
I'm trying to keep up,
Yeah,
for sure.
And I'm struggling. I feel like I should be tagging a 3-year-old grandchild with me all the time so she can figure out my phone. It's amazing.
Yeah.
When you think of what we went from and where we are now, that we have lived through the mimeograph machines and computers bigger than this room.
Oh, yeah.
And here we've got, you got your watch, it'll tell you everything except for how to make a martini.
So I'd have to actually check the facts, but I believe this watch here, and to the viewers, I'm pointing to my iWatch. iWatch? It's not an iWatch. Apple Watch.
Apple Watch.
Thank you. There's something like 32,000 times the computing power that we use to get the man on the moon. Wow. In this watch. Yeah. And all it does is tell me the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't get me to the moon.
My dad was showing me the other day, he had a physical hard drive. It was really small, and he was saying like it stored a terabyte of data. Like you needed a computer to store in like 3 different rooms to store a terabyte of data.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, many years ago, my husband was the first computer operator for the Bank of Boston.
Oh.
And the computers were massive. They were great, big, huge machines. And now...
Yeah, there were mainframes that took the whole floor of buildings.
Yeah.
And they talked in megabytes, which you guys know what a megabyte is. I mean, you do because you taught it, but you don't use megabyte. No storage is a megabyte. But I remember buying a 4 megabyte disc. And it was like, whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, my dad has shown me some of those floppy disks because my grandpa used to work at IBM. So, like, we have, like, a frame on the wall with little, like, floppy disks in there. And he said you used to put those in computers all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you had, in fact, you had 2. You had one that you read the program from, and the other had stored your data, if you were fancy. If you weren't fancy, But that was before hard drives came out.
And before that, it was cards.
Yeah.
And if you fed the cards in the wrong way, they flew all over. You had to go pick them all up and put them all back in us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before that, we used our fingers, right?
An abacus.
Yeah. Exactly.
I remember using an abacus in business school.
No, the technology has come an incredible distance. When I was born, I was the second of 4 children. and the house didn't get a fridge until the third child was born.
Really?
That's when I was growing up. Now, if you don't have Wi-Fi in the home, everything comes to a grinding halt. So, yeah, things have progressed. Imagine that. No fridge and no Wi-Fi. See, they don't get it. If you take the Wi-Fi away, they're dead. Take the fridge away, they'll find some other way.
I don't know about you, but we didn't have color TV.
No.
But just before color TV came out, you could buy this kit, and everybody tells me I'm crazy, but I've seen it on eBay. You could buy a kit that was a film of paper.
Yeah.
And you put it over your television, and you'd watch Bonanza in color in the grass. That's how it was. And do you remember, did they have those in England?
No, we weren't that sophisticated.
Oh, okay.
We only had black and white until my son, Elliot, tells me that Jim Henson invented color. Because everything he's seen of Jim Henson in interviews, it was black and white until he invented color.
I think
it was around about that time.
I believe reading someplace the first color TV, the first show they played was a Bonanza show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only if you bought the colored screens that you stuck on the TV.
No, when the color TVs came out, that was the first. So, yeah.
I don't know. I remember color TVs coming out and being like, oh my God, look at that.
And you actually had to get up and change the channel.
Yes, there were no clickers.
Yeah.
And there was only 3 channels.
Yeah. And at 10 o'clock.
So you didn't really need to get up and change it.
And at 10 o'clock at night, it'd say, parents, do you know where your children are? And most parents were like, no, not really.
The other thing that fascinates me, again, we're off on a tangent, but when I grew up, there was one phone in the house.
Yes.
And that one phone, when it rang, 6 hands went to grab it because they believed it was for them. And then they would disappear into the other room and the cable would get shut in the door.
Did you have party lines?
So I didn't, but my wife grew up with party lines. So at that point, she had a phone in her room and she had her own number, but her mother could still page in.
Yes.
And hear what was going on.
Yeah.
Today, with the phones, they could be speaking to anyone in the world and you wouldn't have a clue and you wouldn't know. I'm sure you two aren't.
A party line was you had your phone number and you were connected, your line was connected with another person who had a phone number and then ringing both 2 different rings.
Oh.
But it ended up being, strangely enough, you're connected to anybody that they connect you to. In my house, my party line, strangely enough, was connected to my mother's best friend.
Oh.
Yeah, so, but you could actually pick it up, dial somebody, and have a 3-way conversation. You dial, my mom would dial her next door neighbor, and then her best friend would say, and pick up the phone, and the 3 of them could talk together. That was really big.
Sophisticated.
Yes.
Very good. See what you guys are missing?
Yeah.
We were going through my attic, and we found like one of the really like primitive cell phones. So it looked like a house phone, like one of the ones you would put on a wall.
Yeah.
But it had an antenna coming off of it.
Yeah.
And it had like a big case that you had to carry around with it.
That's the battery pack.
That was our portable phones.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hold on to that. That could be worth something.
You ever see a kid with a big boom box on their head like this, listening to the radio? Remember those?
Only in movies.
They were suitcases like this on the side of their head to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know how good you've got it, you lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough of that. So let's remind everybody. Before we go, we're about time to wrap up. In fact, we're on time. Was there anything you wanted to say on the air that you haven't said yet?
Maybe just that as scouts, we kind of understand how lucky we are to have like campfire meals or whatever meals we're cooking that day. Mm-hmm. We understand that some people aren't that lucky, so we kind of like to help give back to the community and help some of those people not in need.
Good for you. Well done, Gavin. Emma?
Sorry, I'm just going to correct you. Ella.
Ella? What, have I been calling you the wrong this whole time? Wait till the end of the show to tell me, why don't you? Sorry, Ella.
My bad. No, I kind of disagree with Gavin.
Yeah.
It's really just a good thing to provide for people who can't provide for themselves.
Yeah, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Well said. Peg?
I would just like to say that the food pantry is having their 9th annual craft show at the community center We've got 60 vendors. The first year we had it, I was in charge of the weather. It was outside.
You
The
were,
weather-
were you?
I've now moved up to, I'm in charge of the raffle table.
Okay.
And personally, it's the best raffle table we have, because I would bet on
No doubt.
a three-legged pig to win the Irish Derby. So come up, we have 75 gifts, 75 raffles. It's November 8th from 10 to 3 at the community center,
Very
which
good.
is an amazing building.
Now, what day is that? November the 8th is a Saturday.
Saturday, November 8th,
What time?
10 to 3.
10 to 3 is the...
60 vendors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me just refer to the notes that I was given. November the 8th is also when you guys are dropping off flyers. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot happening on that day. Very good. So thank you to Peg, Gavin, and Ella for being our guests today. And thank you for listening in. This podcast will be available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube with additional links on our Facebook page. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at the Pembroke Chamber of Commerce. And if you're interested in becoming a member of the Chamber, please go to the Pembroke Chamber of Commerce website, pembrokechamber.org. Peg, Gavin, Ella, thank you so much for
Thank you,
being our
Fraser.
guest today.
No problem.
Thank you.